Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miss Coffee and today we're back with Q&A number 12. Wow. Okay. So Q&A number 12 was postponed due to the fact that I forgot to put up the picture in the Facebook group, and I do apologize about that. So we are going to go ahead and go on with it today. I hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful day. Without further ado, we of course are going to start off on the community tab of Facebook and then make our way over to the Facebook group. So the picture you were looking for this week was the completion of Beautifully Broken that we had last week. So let's go ahead and get started. If you see me looking down, that's where my tablet is. So with that said, the first question comes to us from Suzanne. Suzanne says, "Hello, Miss Coffee. Thank you for always making my diamond painting time so enjoyable. You are the best and funniest storyteller ever." I get that a lot. Just a quick question from me. Will you be able to show us your upstairs craft room? I guess if you want to see it. I guess. I don't go up there too often. It's more so storage. But I can show you guys upstairs. I guess. Right. The reason why I'm so hesitant is because right now it's destroyed. I just did an in-house Scentsy party. And so it's kind of destroyed with a bunch of Scentsy stuff. So once I get it straightened up and everything, I'll show a picture of it or something. Like, it's, I guess, if you guys want to see it. So yeah, sure, I can show you the craft room upstairs. So thank you so much, Suzanne, for your question. The next question comes to us from Joan. Joan says, "Hi, Miss Coffee. Hope everything in the coffee house is doing well. My question is, did you ever receive the rainbow poop kit?" No. "And have you started working on it?" No. "Can't wait to see it finished." The rainbow poop kit that we did the live about, I didn't realize was a pre-order. I actually will be getting in contact with Sparkle Queen as soon as I'm done here to ask her how long this pre-order is going to take, because I literally just canceled my pre-order with Craftably after waiting almost 8 months for them to send them out. I do not like pre-orders and will never pre-order anything after this, just because of the fact that I don't do pre-orders unless I know I'm going to get it within the next couple of weeks and not months. We ordered those kits, the poop kits, back in June, I want to say. And we're at the end of July, and I haven't heard anything about them. And it kind of makes me feel like I don't know. It makes me feel some type of way whenever I do a pre-order and I don't get the product within a few weeks or any updates. So yeah, no, I haven't gotten it yet. I will contact Sparkle Queen Mitzi. If the kits aren't coming in within the next week or two, I probably will end up canceling it until it just comes in, because I don't like the waiting and I'll forget, and yeah, no. So no, I haven't gotten it. Sorry to hear. Sorry about that, Joan. The next question comes to us. Thank you, Joan, for your question, by the way. The next question comes to us from Sierra. Sierra says, "Hi, Miss Coffee. Thank you for always being someone I can watch and enjoy even when I'm not feeling the best. What is something you wish you could tell your 16-year-old self?" It's okay not to like your family. The first time I was asked this, I said to calm down. That is also something I would tell my younger self. But the second thing would be, just because they're family doesn't mean you have to like them. I spent my entire life growing up hating most of my family and realizing, or feeling like I wasn't supposed to feel that way. And then as an adult, and I grew up, I realized it's okay to feel that way. I didn't choose to be in this family. It was essentially what I was dealt. And just because I was dealt these cards doesn't mean I have to like them or speak to them. So there's that. So that's probably something I would tell my 16-year-old self. So thank you so much, Sierra, for that question. The next question comes to us from Helen. She says, "Congratulations, Miss Coffee, on finishing the diamond painting. She looks gorgeous or stunning." Thank you. I appreciate that. So the next question comes to us from Stephanie. Stephanie says, "Hello, Miss Coffee. Love your channel and all your stories. Thank you for making it easy for this mama to get some me time when baby goes to bed. My question is, will you be doing the Rugrats DP on the channel?" Yes. I got mine Saturday, and I'm so ready to get into it. Hopefully DAC's riding the 90s Nick train, hoping for Hey Arnold next. That would be hilarious. Yes, I will be doing the Rugrats kit on the channel. Now, there's not a diamond painting that I get that won't be done on the channel. Every once in a while, if I get a small enough kit, you probably won't see it. Like, I usually, if I can get a kit that's smaller than like a 50 by 50, I usually try to complete it so you can get an unboxing and a post-review video all in one. But if it's a bigger kit like the Rugrats kit, you will most definitely always see it on the channel. It's just whenever I get to it. And because I don't diamond paint 99% of my day, the kits take a little bit longer to do. And seeing as how now I've gotten into doing art and streaming over on Twitch, I don't diamond paint hardly at all anymore. Rarely is there a time where I'm diamond painting at home if I'm not on camera. So, the kits that I get will be done on camera if I don't give them away. Rugrats is definitely one I will be doing because I would like to hang it up here on the wall. So yeah, you will see it on the channel. I just don't know when yet because the next kit that I'm currently doing, which you would have seen if you were in Friday Night Live, is the mystery kit from Diamond Art Club that came out last week or this week. So thank you so much, Stephanie, for your question. The next question comes to us from Sandra. Sandra says, "Hi, Miss Coffee. Hope you are doing well. My question is, I seen a video a little while ago and you did a custom diamond painting of a fellow diamond paint DP YouTuber." She's talking about Bev B's diamond paints. "I watched her reaction video. What happened to the diamond painting?" So if you have not been paying attention or if you missed a few videos, with that kit, I got it in a square. The square drills were popping. One thing I do not do is deal with drills that are bad. If I have any kit that has bad drills, immediately it gets chucked, meaning it gets thrown out because there's no point of keeping the kit if they're not going to. A lot of the companies will replace the drills, and sometimes that does not work. But the company actually, and I think I put it up this week actually, I just did an unboxing of the new kit of that exact same diamond painting, but done in rounds. And so I will have to start that kit all over again, and it probably won't be anytime soon. Just because I have a couple of kits I have in mind that I want to do, and that is not one of them right now. So the kit had popping drills. I did receive my replacement for that. So Crafties was very gracious enough to send me out a replacement, complete replacement in rounds. And again, if you missed that video, I'm going to try to remember to put it up here in the eye so that you guys can go check it out, or up here in the eye, wherever the eye pops out, and it'll say, like, unboxing of Bev B's, whatever. So that's what happened to that kit. So thank you so much, Sandra, for your question. Excuse me. The next question comes to us from Kim. She says, "Hi, Miss Coffee. I've not long found your channel and have been trying to watch your previous videos, so sorry if this has already been asked. My question is, where is your favorite place to get DP pins?" I'm very picky when it comes to DP pens, mostly because, one, I don't like waiting. Two, I don't like raffles, like when they do the, you can win a chance to buy the pen. I steer clear of companies like that. So usually I go to Diamond Pen Pal is my first. They're over on Etsy. Enablers Outpost. And there's another one. I can't think of the name of it right now. There's a lady that just started making diamond painting pens, but I'm not sure if she's opened up to the US yet or not. She sent me a pen with gears in it and then another one with coffee beans in it, and I really like those two pens. But my top two favorite places to get pens are Enablers Outpost because they make the thicker than a Snicker pens, and Diamond Pen Pal because they can do personalization pens, they do lava pens, they do all kinds of pens. And so if I had to give you two of my favorites, it would be Diamond Pen Pal on Etsy, Enablers Outpost on Etsy. Check them out. So thank you so much for that question. The next question comes to us from Mama Makwa. I butchered that. I am so sorry. Question is, "Hey, Miss Coffee. My question is, have you ever done a custom of your family?" No, I don't like customs. If you have and I missed it, could you show the finished one looks like? I don't like customs. I hate customs. The Bev B's diamond paint custom, that's different. That's a gag. But customs of, like, my family and stuff, I don't like them. I hate them. I hate them with everything in my being. I don't like customs. Why? I don't know. I just don't like doing them. I have done customs of the kids, but other than that, no. I've never done a custom of my family. Any custom you see come in here that I've done for, like, an unboxing or something, if you hear that noise, it's just a doorbell. Any custom you've ever seen come into my house of my family, more than likely my dad has it because I send them to him. Because why? I don't like customs. I said what I said. So the only custom I've ever done and completed of the kids is, I'm going to take you over there. You see where that lamb is right there? That is a custom of the kids at the field behind my house. And that is the only custom I have ever completed. One of my family anyways. And it's not even of my family. It's just of the two kids walking down a path and you can't even see their face. I don't like customs. So there's that. So thank you so much for your question. I really appreciate it. Diamond Painting Diva on Will says, hi, Miss Coffee. My question is, thank you, by the way, Mom, for your question. My question is, out of all the sets of nails you have, which one is your favorite? I haven't worn them yet because I'm saving them for my birthday. But I've had nails that look like this and they were all right. But it's going to be these. And like I said, I'm saving them to wear for my birthday, or probably next week, to be honest. These are my absolute favorite. Because if you can't see, they're all diamonds. They're all rhinestones. And I will be having those, I will be wearing those after these come off, which will be hopefully soon. So, yeah, those are my favorites. Thank you so much for your question. The next question comes to us from Anna. Anna says, hi, Miss Coffee. Hey. My husband doesn't get why crafting is so enjoyable, and I think that thinks that multiplating is cheating. LOL. How can you explain how crafting is important to you to a lake? I don't know what a lake is. Anna's from a different country, so she uses different words than I do. So if I had to explain why crafting is enjoyable, one, it's a great stress reliever because it helps clear your mind and helps you focus on something that is going to produce something beautiful. Two, because it also helps with mental health, where again, it helps clear your mind, it helps you think, it helps get rid of some of the worries for the day, even for a little while. And three, crafting is enjoyable because it's just something that's enjoyable. Some people like to fish. Some people like to diamond paint. Some people like to crochet. It's a hobby that you can do that you're not expected anything of. Like, nobody's expecting you to catch a fish. Nobody's expecting you to build a brand new car. Nobody's expecting you to make a blanket or something, unless you like do commissions or something. But it's just something that helps clear your mind, something that you can do for fun. It's just something that people enjoy. Crafting is a way, and it has been a way of life for many, many years, and you can use it in a profitable way. You can use it just for yourself. It's just something people do for fun. And what might be fun for one might not be fun for another. So somebody who, say, I enjoy diamond painting. Not really. Not nowadays. Okay, so let's say Anna enjoys diamond painting. Right now, my craftiness has changed to something else. But that's the joys of crafting, that you can switch it up and change it and do other things. I do enjoy diamond painting. Right now, I do enjoy art more than diamond painting. But I do enjoy diamond painting when I'm doing it. And it's because I know that when I'm done with it, it's going to produce something great. It's going to give me this feel-good feeling because I completed something. And channel aside, it creates beautiful artwork for my house, as you can see behind me. So that's why people like crafting. So thank you so much, Alana, for your question. And hopefully that helps the lake, or however you say that. The next question comes to us from Tyra Taylor. She says, hey, Miss Coffee, thanks for all you do. More of a comment than a question. Well, I appreciate you, Tyra. Thank you so much for that comment. The next question comes to us from Morena. Morena says, hi, Miss Coffee. Did you have that inspection from the place that you were renting from yet? Yes. I hope it went well. Have a great week. Hope the trip to the Badlands was good. It was a beautiful trip to the Badlands. And as for the home inspection, they never showed up. So a lot of the times companies that do these inspections, they do it because there's a couple of different things about this. And I think I spoke about this in my live, and possibly in the Whip and Chat. But a lot of different times companies will do inspections when they think that a particular tenant is doing something that they shouldn't be doing, like if they have a pet that they're not paying for to live there, or if they have extra people living there that aren't on the lease. And we have very strict lease that we can't even have guests stay at our house for more than 3 days. And if they do, they have to park in our driveway. They can't park on the street. So it could have been something as simple as one of the tenants in the complex or the cul-de-sac is doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. So to not bring attention to that one person, they put flyers on everyone's door, have everybody's anxiety up, and then they just don't show up. So yeah, they never showed up. Even if they did, they wouldn't have found anything besides a bunch of craft supplies and some Scentsy stuff. So there's that. So there you go, Marina. Thank you so much for your question. The next question comes to us from Stephanie Page. Hi, Miss Coffee. Hey. My question is, if you could meet more of your fans, would you? Possibly. Depending on which ones it is. Why not? Right now? No. 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 When the panini's over, sure, I can meet some more fans. Right now, I'm too paranoid. Too paranoid, and not everybody thinks the way that I do. Most of the people on the channel do think the way that I do, which is why you're here. But some people don't. So, like, and even though I am double boosted and vaccinated, I still don't want to take the chance, because of course you can still get it. I don't want to be down. So, after the panini, sure. As long as you also tell me that you're coming first, and you don't just show up somewhere and be like, come meet me. Like, don't do that. But yeah, I don't have anything against meeting more fans. The only reason why I haven't met anymore is because right after I started my channel, the panini happened. And we've been stuck in this circle and cycle for a few years now. So yeah, once the panini's over, sure. During the panini, no. No. But thank you so much, Stephanie, for your question. The next question comes to us from Bonnie. She says, hi, Missy. Hey, I absolutely love the rainbow pen you're using on Friday Night Lives. My question is, when you die, can you will it to me? Sure, Bonnie, the pen is yours when I die. Of course, I'm kidding. Hope that made you laugh. Truth is, you'll outlive me by like 30 years. But I contacted a neighbor's outpost and it is not available now. The nerve. I just want one so bad. I love hearing all the coffee house shenanigans. You are a natural comedian. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll watch whatever you do. Hello, Mr. C, Minna, Ryan, Maggie, Fur Babies. I enjoy the Q&As. Well, thank you so much, Bonnie, for your question and comment. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, the family's doing fine. Fur Babies are great and hot and, like, trying to stay cool. But, yeah, that pen. What pen is she talking about? I don't know where it's at right now. I think it's down there. But it's a rainbow pen that I got from a neighbor's outpost like a while. No, it's a pen that I got from, it's this pen. This is the pen that Bonnie's talking about. If it's not this pen, then it's this pen. And if it's not that pen, then it might be this pen. Either way, Miss Coffee has lots of rainbow pens. One of these pens, which I'm going to guess is probably this one, because I get asked about this one more than any other pen that I own, mostly because I use it more than any other pen that I own. That one and my Diamond Pen Pal pen with my name on it. But I'm pretty sure she's talking about this pen. This pen was actually a gift from another YouTuber named Derek of Diamonds. Derek sent this to me as a gift because he's a very generous person. And if you have not checked out Derek of Diamonds, please go check him out. So, there you go. Thank you so much, Bonnie, for your question and your comment. The next question comes to us from Nicole. Good morning. Morning. Do you have any suggestions on crochet subscription boxes? I do not. I used to do Darn Good Yarn, and then they raised the price but didn't put any more stuff into the box, which made absolutely no sense, so I stopped getting it. Then I was doing another subscription box, but it was costing more for the subscription than it would have cost for me to just find the pattern and make it with the yarn that I needed or wanted to use versus what they gave me. So yeah, I stopped with the yarn subscription boxes. But I did see that Vicky Howell has a subscription box for crocheting, and I was very curious to try it. So maybe we'll try that. Let me go look into that for you. Do you watch any crochet YouTube channels? I do not. I do not watch YouTube. Suggestion on Crochet Magazine. Happily Hooked. if you don't know, I am a pattern tester with Happily Hooked magazine, and I always highly recommend them because they not only have crochet patterns, every once in a while they'll have a knit pattern in there, I believe. But Happily Hooked magazine is one of the few magazines that I watch, or that I actually like look at all the time. Not just because I work there, but because they have some really good patterns in there. And they have everything from blankets to amigurumi, which are stuffed animals, to like fingerless gloves, to scarves, to cowls, to, you know, outfits, whatnot, home decor. They have a little bit of everything. So if I had any suggestions, check out Happily Hooked magazine. I always have Happily Hooked and the, what is it? Pattern Pack Pro, which is a branch off of Happily Hooked. I always have them linked down in the description box. You just have to scroll all the way to the bottom. There's the American Crochet Association with Selena Baca, where she teaches you all the crochet things. And then there's Happily Hooked magazine, where I think there might be like a discount or something down there. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked at it forever. But I would suggest Happily Hooked magazine. When it comes to crochet YouTube videos, I don't watch crochet YouTube videos. If I can't even tell you really. Marley Bird's a good one. Vicky Howell is a good one. Selena Baca is my favorite, and that's B-A-C-A. When I need to watch a crochet video, those are the ones I watch. So I would check out Selena Baca, Marley Bird, the Crochet Crowd, of course. Who doesn't love Mikey? And Vicky Howell. Vicky Howell's the one that taught me how to do corner to corner granny squares. So hopefully that helped. So thank you so much for that question, Nicole. The next one comes to us from Sarah Foley. Hey, Miss Coffee. Hey. Daisy says hello, too. Have you seen that there is a new expansion to Exploring Kittens? Is that a delivery truck? Yeah, it is. I think I might have got a package. Sorry. Have you seen that there is a new... Hold on. Alright, she's still going. New expansion to Exploding Kittens called Zombie Kittens. Also, have you added any of the other expansions? Exploding Kittens is one. No, I haven't, and no, I didn't. I didn't know there was expansions, and we play that other... Luckily, Orion got 2 decks of those cards, because we literally play that all the time. Oh my god, since summer I think we've played it almost every night, and to see that there are expansions, that is great. I will definitely be going to check them out over on Amazon. So, yeah, thank you, Sarah, for that. Hold on. So thank you so much for that, Sarah. I really appreciate it. I'm literally going to go check that out, because I really do want to check out the expansions. So, the next question comes to us. Thank you, Sarah, by the way, for your question. From Stacy. Beautiful diamond art. Lovely, love it. Thank you. You did brilliant, my lovely. You're doing so amazing. Hope the coffee house is all well, Miss Coffee. The coffee house is doing great. With Mr. Coffee having just that one weekend off, it was like an elephant, like, got off my chest. It was wonderful. I loved it. Like, best thing ever. And he's supposed to have another weekend off this weekend, too. So, I'm excited. So, thank you so much, Stacy, for that comment. The next one comes to us from Nature Girl 2110. Which diamond painting made you emotional and why? Which one meant the most to you and why? Alright, so let me explain a few things. 1, Miss Coffee is not an emotional person. Miss Coffee actually suffers from something I don't talk about on the channel. It's called emotional detachment disorder, meaning that's why I don't show a lot of emotion. I mean, I do show emotion when I'm manic. I get super excited about, like, little stupid things, but I don't get emotional over inanimate objects, meaning, like, the most things that you can get me emotionally, like, not even emotional, like I cry or anything, but excited about are stuffed animals. There's a thing about stuffed animals. But other than that, I don't have an emotional attachment to any diamond painting. There's never been a diamond painting that I've looked at that I've gotten emotional, that meant something to me or anything like that. None of them. They are just craft supplies. Now, if you want to talk about crocheting, emotional, again, never gotten emotional over I've never even really cried at a movie before. I'll get in my feels, but that's about it. Like, I'll have that, like, moment of sadness, and that's it. But there's never been a diamond painting that I've gotten that I've cried or got, like, I'm trying to look around to make sure, like, I'm not lying to you. Like, literally, there's never been a diamond painting that I've gotten emotional over or had some kind of emotional attachment to or whatever. Like, none of them. Which one means the most to me? Soul Keeper, because it was my very first Diamond Art Club, and it was the first time I met the folks of Diamond Art Club, the first time they ever talked to me. So Soul Keeper, if you don't know which one that is, and again, we're going to put you over this way. I'm going to lift you up. Right here, that is Soul Keeper. That is the original first copy of Soul Keeper when it first came out 4 years ago. It now does not feature the giant gem in the middle, which I have that copy as well. Do I plan on doing it at some point? But Soul Keeper means the most because it was my first Diamond Art Club and the first time I met the folks over at Diamond Art Club. Every other kit after that is just a diamond painting. I don't really get emotional over stuff like that. So thank you so much, Sarah, or Nature Girl, for your question. And I commented and told her, you know, I'm not an emotional person. I don't get emotional over things like that. Most of the time, I have one of those things where if you see me cry, it's not out of sadness. It's like, unless like when my grandmother and my uncle passed away, of course I cried. I was upset. But anything else, if it doesn't deal with my family, like immediate family, like my kids or my husband, like legit no emotion, none. Like I was numb for 2 days before I showed emotion for my grandmother passing. And I kind of explained that to her, and she's like, that's not a bad thing. For years, I felt nothing, numb. Now I feel everything. Sometimes it's overwhelming. I use video games, wear out my brain, and diamond painting to soothe it. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not an emotional person. I'm not sure why it is that way, but I've dealt with this probably since I was a kid, where I don't show the normal emotions that a normal person would show if like they're sad or whatnot. So sorry, this thing is hot on my forehead. All right, so thank you so much again, Nature Girl, for that question. The next question comes to us from Eugenia. Eugenia says, the painting came out beautiful, Miss Coffee. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you for your comment. Madison says, hey Miss Coffee, hey, totally random question, but is it normal for Scentsy warmer that has gotten used for years now to still have the same bulb? I hope you have a wonderful day. Yes, it is. Scentsy bulbs can last a very long time, which is why they recommend that you use their bulbs in their warmers and not bulbs from, like, say, Lowe's or somewhere else. One, because the bulbs are made specifically for those warmers, and they heat up at the exact temperature they're supposed to. Using a different bulb in those warmers can and will damage your warmer, and if it's found that you did use a different bulb, they will void your warranty, because all the warmers have a lifetime warranty for manufacturing issues, meaning if your switches stop working or if it has a short in it or something and it stops working, Scentsy will replace it for life. But if you put a different bulb in it and blow that bulb and it messes up your warmer, they will not replace that, because it specifically states in the pamphlet that you get that you're only to use their bulbs in the warmers. But those bulbs do last for a very, very long time. They do sell colored bulbs that you can like kind of mix and match with, but for the most part, the bulbs that come with it should last you a very, very long time. I think the one that I have been using the most, I've had, and I use 12 hours a day usually, came to me back in November-ish. I want to say it was November. Back in November, I got a Scentsy warmer, and I've been using it ever since I got it, and I've yet to have to change the bulb. Before that, I didn't know Scentsy. Well, I kind of knew Scentsy was a thing, but I've never purchased from there before. Now I purchase from there all the time. And so, yeah, the bulbs do last a very, very long time. So thank you so much, Madison, for your question. The next question comes to us from Elena, and she says, hey, Miss Coffee, hey, what is your favorite diamond painting you have done, and which of your dogs is your favorite? One, I don't have a favorite dog. They're both my favorites, which is why I picked them. It's like trying to choose a favorite kid. They're all my favorites. That's literally why I picked them. They were my favorite in the bunch, and I want that one. When it comes to diamond painting, that one. That is Pride by JoJo's Arts and Diamond Art Club. Pretty much any kit from JoJo's Arts is my favorite because I love JoJo. He's like the best person on the planet. I don't know why. I fangirl so hard over him. Like, I can sit and talk to Manny Manzano, no problem. I can, like, literally have a conversation with her and be like, you know, I love your art. You're amazing. You're inspiring. I love you. And then I talk to JoJo and I'm like, ah, yeah! So I don't know. I have JoJo's. Anything JoJo's. Even this one, JoJo. So thank you so much, Elena, for your question. The next one comes to it from Maria. I'm wondering, what is your favorite subject matter to diamond paint? Is to diamond paint now? Ooh. I'm not gonna lie. Right now, diamond painting wise, dark fantasy. I don't know why. I enjoy doing dark fantasy and like stupid stuff like the Rugrats one. I'm gonna enjoy doing that one because I love Rugrats. The cartoon ones. I love the cartoon ones. Where I love stuff like this every once in a while, and Kimono was really nice, and like the light bulb brand. I'm like, I like dark fantasy. I think the kit that I enjoyed doing the most recently, like, besides, of course, Beautifully Broken, that was a really nice kit to work on. I did really enjoy that kit. One of the kits that I enjoyed doing the most recently is Button Eye. And I don't know if it was because it was a mystery kit or if it's because I couldn't see what was coming up next because I had the papers on it or what. But I absolutely enjoyed that kit. And it was probably the most fun I've had recently doing a diamond painting. So I would definitely have to say it'd be dark fantasy. Dark fantasy mystery kits. Which is why I was kind of hoping that Diamond Art Club would come out with another Enya's Guerrero mystery kit. But they did come out with another dark fantasy, so I'm excited to start that one tonight or tomorrow or tonight because I'm recording this on Friday. So, yeah, dark fantasy right now or cartoons. I'm a simple girl. So thank you so much, Maria, for your question. The Crafty Shez from Australia says, hey, Miss Coffee. Hey. I just saw on Insta that you shared a selfie and you have 3 hearts tattooed on your chest. Do these represent the 3 children? She's talking about these. Sorry if I'm showing you my boob. These 3 hearts do represent my children. Now, when I was younger, I did video game a lot. And one of my favorite games was Zelda. And Link is the main character. Not his name isn't Zelda. And these are the 3 hearts that you had for life. So each one of those represents a life. And then there's one that's empty, one that's half full, and one that's all the way full. So yes, the hearts do represent the kids. I have a couple of tattoos that represent the kids. I have ones on my calves that represent each child. Like Minna has Minnie Mouse, Maggie has Maggie from The Simpsons, and Orion has the ODST character emblem on the other side because his initials came from a video game. Let's see. I know Minna isn't a child anymore. For those of you who don't know what she means, Minna is my oldest. She's the one that does not live with us. She lives in Pennsylvania. Minna just turned 16, so she is now a young lady and not a child, but she will always be mommy's baby. But a young lady, so please don't take offense that I called them 3 children. No, not offense taken. You're good. So thank you so much to Crafty Sheds from Australia. So yes, I don't typically wear stuff that is super revealing. I'm a very modest person, especially seeing as how I'm married and I shouldn't be having all my goods hanging out for everybody to see because the only person I really want to see them is my husband. But because it's been hot, I've been wearing tank tops when I was streaming over on Twitch, and one of the pictures I took showed the tattoo. Now this is the only tattoo I have on my chest. Or on my torso, and well, no, I lied because I have another tattoo on my side. It's Galileo. But yeah, that represents the kids, and the only real tattoos you will see on me represent either something that I like or my children. I love my husband to death, and this is the only thing I have that represents him, and even that is just a movie I really, really like. So, so thank you so much, the Crafty Shez from Australia. I really appreciate it. The next question comes to us from Jesus Books Music. Hey there, Miss Coffee. Hey, my question is, you call Orion Jub. I've been waiting for this day. What is a Jub? I don't know. Alright, story time. So, when I was pregnant with Orion, Orion was supposed to be a girl. For 8 months, we had been told that Orion was a girl. We had nicknamed her Cookie. Well, At my 8-month checkup, they realized that my daughter had a scrotum. I was highly confused, and I'm like, what the hell do you mean? We then decided that we can't call this boy Cookie, because that's going to be weird. So Mr. Coffee, in his infinite knowledge, decided that he was going to call the baby a Jub. And of course, I've asked him numerous times myself, what the hell is a Jub? He doesn't know. He just knows that that's the first thing that he could think of when we said that we couldn't call him Cookie, and he always jubbed around. What does that mean? Again, I have no clue. That's just what he named him. That's just his nickname. Mr. Coffee's a mess. So, thank you, Jesus Books Music, for your question. But I'm sorry, I don't have an answer for you. There's really no answer. Just like, what's a Minna? It's just her name twice. I don't even know where it came. I think my dad did it. Like, my dad was like, oh, Papa's little Minna. Like, and then she became Minna. Minna Biscuit. What does that mean? Does Minna like biscuits? I guess, but not enough to call her Minna Biscuit. It's just something that Mr. Coffee came up with. Maggie, Magpie, Boo Bear, stuff like that. It's just random nicknames that Mr. Coffee has given the kids. Like, I don't know. He has a weird mind. So thank you so much for your question. I love when I get questions like that. I'm just like, ask Mr. Coffee. I don't know. And even he can't tell you. He'll just say, I don't know. He just jubbed around a lot. That's literally his answer. Because even Orion will ask him, what's a jub? We don't know, dude. That's just what you answer to. And because he answers to it, that's what we keep calling him. So thank you so much for that question again. The next one comes to us from TVD Girl Obsessed. TVD Girl Obsessed. Okay. Hi, Miss Coffee. How are you? I am doing good. How are you? You asked about my username. It's TVD Girl Obsessed, and TVD stands for The Vampire Diaries. I made the username over a decade ago and can't change it. If I could, I would. If you remember in Q&A number 11, I had mentioned, because I think she asked something about my name, and I was like, well, where did your name come from or something? And that's why she's saying it came from The Vampire Diaries, and she can't figure out, I guess she can't figure out how to change it, or if she's changed it too many times, or YouTube is like, no, you're stuck with this now. So thank you so much for explaining that to us, TVD Girl Obsessed. And she goes, my question is, did you get any kits from DAC buy 4 get 2 free sale? No. I live in Scotland and couldn't personally do it because it's coming out to over £200, which is like $237. I couldn't afford it, but I'm starting to get a big stash in my wardrobe, but I'm still wanting more. Also, so yeah, no, I didn't get any kits from the buy. I didn't even know the buy 4 get 2 sale was going on, honestly. I think until Rachel mentioned it in a video. Like, I think she mentioned it in her vlog or something on Patreon. But no, I didn't even know it was going on, to be honest. Usually when I get emails, I don't read them, so I just kind of be like, oh, delete. Mostly because if there's a kit that I really want, I'm just going to buy it when I want it. So by the time a sale like that came around, there was no kits that I really wanted because I already had them all. So yeah, I didn't get any, sorry. Also, would you be interested in visiting Scotland with you and the Coffee Gang? Sure, Mr. Coffee's always wanted to go there. I think he just wants a kilt. Honestly, I think he just wants the kilt. It's beautiful here, and it's summer, so it's very hot right now. The prediction for the next week, 7/15 through 7/18, is meant to reach 40 degrees or 140 Fahrenheit, which is the hottest of the year. Oh, jeez. Will you stay cool and stay hydrated, okay? What are your tips for combating the extremely hot weather? Wear light-colored clothing. Keep your hair off your neck. Put a cool towel on the back of your neck. Stay indoors if possible. Keep your blinds closed while you're indoors, especially if you don't have air conditioning. And you have like curtains or blinds that kind of block out the sun. Keep them closed until later in the evening. It helps keep the area cold. Like right now, my craft room is heating up because I opened up the blinds. But if I go to the living room up front, it is frosty cold up there. And we do that because the ferrets can't get over a certain temperature. Like, you don't want them to get overheated, so we have to keep the front room cool for them. So keeping your blinds closed. Try using a cool towel on the back of your neck. wearing light colored clothing, stuff like that, I guess. I loathe the sweating, which makes me not want to leave my house since I have my fans. I can have them on. I get too hot and I can't do that outside. I try to handle fans, but they don't work as well. I love your channel, and I think my niece and nephews would love Maggie Pie and Orion. I apologize if I spelt any of their names wrong. You didn't. Maggie Pie, it's just Maggie Pie. And then Orion, you actually spelled Orion right, which is weird because most people don't. They spell it Oryan. Orion. His name is like the star constellation, so you spelled it perfectly fine. So thank you so much, TVD Girl Obsessed. I really appreciate the comment, and hopefully I was able to answer some questions for you. So the next one comes to us from Stephanie Page. Do you know any YouTubers that DP that are left-handed? I do not. If you are a diamond painter here on YouTube that is left-handed, find this comment from Stephanie Page on the Q&A number 12. Is it that their name and channel info is, if yes, what's their name and channel info? Thanks. I honestly don't know. When I watch diamond painting videos, I don't necessarily notice if they're right-handed or left-handed. Is Rachel right-handed? I don't know. I've never really paid attention to that. That's a good question. Now I'm going to put that, if you're in my Facebook group, Crafters Anonymous with Miss Coffee, I am going to put that question up and see if we can get any left-handed diamond painters to respond for you. And if we do, I'll direct them to your comments so you can go check out their channel. So thank you so much, Stephanie, for that question. That's a good question. Tijuana says, hey, Miss Coffee. Hey, I was wondering, what is the best budget diamond painting company? Star or good quality licensed kit still. Have you seen, because money is tight right now. Girl, believe me, I know. Check out Star or Cotart's another good one. Runfar, Cotart and Runfar are on Amazon. Star Or is also on Amazon, but you can also find her on her Star Or website. Sometimes Craftedly will have some pretty good deals on kits. Excuse me. They'll have pretty good deals on kits that you can buy that aren't super expensive. Always check the clearance section of a lot of companies. Check for those. Sign up for emails for these companies. If you're looking for a legally licensed, which is what I'm giving you now, check for emails. Sign up for their emails because they always give some kind of a discount. Always check clearance because a lot of times stuff goes on clearance. If there's a kit you're looking for that you can't afford at the regular price, always look in the destashing groups because a lot of the times people will buy stuff and then have buyer's remorse where they feel bad that they bought it and they will try to sell it. Don't ever pay more than what it was listed for on the website. I'm going to tell you that now because there are some scammers over on Etsy and on eBay that are selling kits that are older that you can't get your hands on anymore. They'll sell them for $600. Don't do that. And if money is tight, I don't see you doing that anyway. So check out Star Or, Cotart, and Runfar on Amazon. Runfar, one word, and Runfar, one word. Cotart, Kotart. I don't think they sell kits. Like I think they still sell kits, but I don't know if they've updated their inventory or not. And then Star Or, Craftedly, like I said, has some good budget-friendly kits. Just check out and make sure you're signed up for everybody's emails and stuff like that because a lot of the time these companies will run really good specials and you can get like a buy two get one free, buy one get one free, buy one get one half off, stuff like that. So just always look for those deals. So thank you so much, Tijuana, for your question. Maria says she comes out. I don't know what that means, but thank you for that comment. Nettie is our last question over on the Facebook or the YouTube community tab. It says, "Where did you get the gold drills? How's Killian Jones?" It's Jones. He was laying over there. Killian's fine. His face is clearing up again, which means we have to keep eye on him to make sure that the skin stays on his face this time. Where did I get the gold drills? Diamond Dots. She's talking about the gold drills that I used for Beautifully Broken, which by now the post review went up yesterday. Beautifully Broken's drills came from Diamond Dots. I got them at Hobby Lobby, actually, in a 5-pack, which I went looking yesterday, and they didn't have the 5-pack anymore, but you could still buy the drills separately. If you can't find them from there, look at dpwithsparklers.com. She may have some gold rhinestone drills. I'm not 100% sure. You don't want to go for yellow. You want to go for gold or metallic. Look for the word metallic gold. That's what I used in that kit. So there you have it. So thank you to everyone on the Facebook community tab or YouTube community tab. I really appreciate it. Now we're going to head on over to hold on. The Facebook group. Sorry, I was looking for the Facebook group. We're going to head over to the Facebook group and answer a few questions from over there. So, again, thank you to everyone who submitted questions for this week. I will have another post going up for next week. I'm going to put it up. I'm going to try to remember to put it up before this video goes out on Saturday. So, there's that. So, our first question comes to us from Terry Davis. She says, "Hi, Miss Coffee. Hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Hope all is well in the coffee house." It is. Hope all is well and you enjoyed the Badlands. My question is absolutely none of my business, but I'm okay. I'm going to ask, and you can tell me to stick it where the sun don't shine. Weren't you and Ruby Q friends at one time? Yes. I watched her long ago when I first started watching you, but then you seemed to drift away, and so did I. What happened? A lot of the times, friends do drift apart. They have differences of opinion. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole tea of what happened between Ruby Q and I, but no, we are no longer friends. We do not speak. She is or was my sponsor for Scentsy, as meaning I signed up through her. And now I have what I call a fairy sponsor mother, meaning I no longer deal with Ruby anymore. I deal with my fairy sponsor mother. And Ruby and I do not speak. We do not have any communications. I choose to not speak with her or speak of her or about her because I want nothing to do with her. We just had a difference of opinion on a few things, and so she went her way and I went mine. I am very like that with friends or people I consider acquaintances. Essentially, if we have a difference of opinion, I'm not going to go bash you all over the internet or anything. Okay, hold on a second. All right, sorry about that. Minna's dad, her and her dad are buying a new phone for her today because she came back from camp and her phone was magically broken. Anyways, so yeah, so with acquaintances, if I have a difference of opinion or whatever with them, I have to protect my mental health, and she wasn't healthy for my mental health. So I'm just going to leave it at that. 2. Can a single person live fairly comfortably in your town on a starting salary of $50,000? No. For a district court reporter. It's for a district court reporter. I mean, comfortably? I guess, maybe. Probably won't be in the best part of town, but you can live there. In the town that I live in, it's super freaking expensive. Like, we're actually talking about moving out of the town that I live in because it's so expensive and moving closer to kind of like where Wolfpack lives. But in the town that I live in, it's super expensive. Like, right now for rent, okay, let's put this into perspective. For rent, my house that I live in, my townhouse, I have 2 living rooms, two living rooms, a kitchen, 5 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms, washer, dryer, heated garage. I pay $2,400 a month. I was paying $2,000 a month, but the rent went up in June by $400. And that happens every year that the rent will go up. Not necessarily by $400, but it will go up. And so, yeah, it's expensive as crap to live here. Even for like an apartment, you're looking at probably around $1,600 a month for a 2-bedroom. It's super expensive to live here, and that's not me being braggadocious or whatever, because believe me, I'm not flexing on the fact that I pay so much in freaking rent. And if it wasn't for the fact that I love this place so much and we're looking to purchase the unit that we live in and the one next to it, I wouldn't be here. Like, we would have moved back in June. but I like it here and I want to buy these units. So we're going to stay another year while they're figuring out the cost and everything else to purchase them. So for $50,000, I wouldn't advise you live here. You'll struggle the entire time. Even if you are working for the courts and stuff, you'll still struggle. So, I mean, unless you have like really good credit and like everything is pristine and perfect, yeah. So thank you so much, Terry, for your questions. The next question comes to us from Elizabeth. What is your favorite specialty wax? Hope you're having a great day. Probably the super sticky wax from, not Enabler's Outpost. What's that lady's name? Distracted by Diamonds. Patty Wax SS, because it will steal your man, your kids, your house, and everything that you love. And I love it. That's my favorite. And I'm a stabber, so that's definitely my favorite. So thank you so much, Elizabeth, for your question. The next question comes to us from Laura Nichols. Which artist would you like to do their art as a diamond painting? What do you mean? JoJo's Arts? I like JoJo's Arts. I like JoJo's Arts a lot. So, JoJo's Arts, I guess? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by which artist. There's lots of artists, but I like doing JoJo's Arts. So, thank you so much, Laura, for that question. The next question comes from us from Kelly. Kelly says, "Hi, Miss Coffee. My mom and I were wondering if Killian Jones ever barks because we always hear you tell Daisy to stop barking in your lives." Does Killian Jones bark? Not usually. Sorry, that's a funny observation. Not usually. Killian is not a very noisy dog. He's a very chill, mellow dog. Unless you don't give him something he wants, and then he will talk to you. If you're standing at the door talking to someone when it's time for him to go outside, and you're not like putting his leash on, he will what we call boof, which is like a half bark. He's boof. It's not a full bark. It's just him trying to get your attention. But usually, no. Killian is not a barker. He will jibber jabber at you every once in a while, but you can't make him do it. Usually he'll whine or he'll boof, but he rarely ever barks. I think I'm not even joking. We've had Killian for 5 years now, and I can count the number of times I've actually heard Killian bark on one hand. He's not a loud dog. That's why I love him so much. Daisy, on the other hand, wind blows, she's barking. So there you go, Kelly. It always makes me laugh when you guys have observations like that. Like that and the Jub thing, two best questions. The next question, thank you so much, Kelly, for your question. The next question comes to us from Courtney. Courtney says, "Hey, Miss Coffee, I'm back with some would you rathers." Here we go. 1, would you rather go to the past and meet your ancestors, or go to the future and meet your great-great-grandchildren? I'm gonna say my grandchildren. I don't know why. 2, would you rather explore space or the ocean? Space. I don't need to know what's down in the ocean. Why do we need to know what's down in the ocean? There's scary things down there. And 3, would you rather read your mother's Yes Bananas? What the hell is Yes Bananas? Was that supposed to be diary? 1, I don't know my mom, so I don't want to read shit she got going on. But if you talk about my stepmom, I still don't want to read shit she got going on either. Teenage diary. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't want to read either of those. Sorry, there's a utility truck outside my house. Or read your teenage diary to your mother. I'd read my teenage diary to my mom. It's kind of saucy because it wasn't really a diary. It was more so me getting into writing. But I'd rather read it to her than read hers. If you didn't keep a diary, just imagine what kind of embarrassing things you would have written. None. I didn't keep a diary, but I did have journals. They weren't journals, so to say. They were notebooks. So every year my parents would buy those 25-cent notebooks, the one subject notebooks from the dollar store. And by the time I left my parents' house, I had about 45 of those written completely back in front of the pages, every page filled with stories that I would come up with my head. And when I say stories, I mean like saucy stories. That's what led to In My Dreams, the book that I wrote. But my mom's already read that, and she, like most people, is like, where's the second one? And I'm like, I'm lazy. So there's that. So thank you for answering these questions and being an amazing YouTuber creator. Love your content. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much, Courtney, for the questions. Yes, bananas. Am I missing something? You got to explain that yes, bananas thing to me. The next one comes to us from Mary. She says, Miss Coffee, do you believe in ghosts? Yes. And if you do, what is the scariest history you have? Scariest history I have is I went to, sorry, I'm trying to figure out what this truck is doing. I went to a friend's house when I worked at a restaurant called Friendly's. I wasn't a soda jerk. I was a waitress. I went to a friend's house after work one night. We were getting a really bad snowstorm, and I didn't want to, for some reason, drive 5 minutes home, so I drove 20 minutes to her house. It was me and a group of our friends from the restaurant. Our shift ended early because of the snowstorm. We all rode to her house, and we were getting ready for bed, and we noticed that it was really cold in her apartment, but her heater was on, and we were like, what's going on with your heat? And she's like, I don't know, it acts funny sometimes. Well, we're getting ready for bed, everybody's getting showers, brushing teeth, combing our hair, put my hair up in my hair bonnet and everything, and I look over and I saw a little kid, like, you know how you see stuff out of the corner of your eye? I see a little kid look at me and then run off, and I'm like, what the hell? She did have a child, but at the time, that child was not at the house. So I thought maybe she had gotten her from, like, the neighbor or something. And I was just like, hey, is your kid here? And she's like, no. I'm like, are you sure? I saw a little kid run past me. And she's like, there's no kid here. I'm like, all right, whatever. So we're getting ready for bed, and somebody else spots this kid. And they're like, oh, snap. You didn't tell us your kid was here. And she's like, my kid, why do you keep thinking my kid's here? There's no kid here. Okay. And I'm like looking at my friend, and he's looking at me, and I'm like, you saw that, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm not stupid. Okay, I knew I saw a kid. Well, we go to bed, and we're asleep, and all of a sudden, I wake up along with two other people. We're looking at each other. You can see your breath. It's so cold. And I'm like, why is it so cold? We happen to look, and we're all like camped out in her living room, like on this giant freaking, like we made this giant, like whatever, for us to all sleep in and stay warm because it was freaking cold outside that day. And we put down all these blankets and stuff, so we're all just kind of laying there in a row. And I wake up, and two of my friends wake up, including her, and we just kind of look at each other like, it's fucking freezing in here. Like, what is going on? Like, what is going on with your heat? And she's like, I don't know. This happens sometimes. And I'm like, what do you mean this happens sometimes? Well, we just happen to hear like a giggle or like a very like, haha. And I was just like, what the fuck? We all looked down at the foot of where we were laying, and there's a little girl standing there, and she's just laughing. And then she runs into the door. And when I say into the door, I mean in through the door. We wake up the other people, which one of them was the person that saw the little kid. And we're like freaking out because as soon as she left, the heat kicks on and the house starts to warm up. And I'm like, what the flip is that? I have never driven so slow to get, it took me 2 hours to drive 20 minutes to go home. Come to find out, we researched it a couple of days later. Come to find out, her house had, like, maybe 20 years before she moved in, there was a fire. Her house burnt down, and the house was a family. The only person to survive was the father because he was at, like, the bar or something. But the mother and the 3 children burnt up in the house. Well, the landlord never told her, but people have spotted the children running around and playing in the house. And so after that, we helped her move the next day, and she got into a new house. And then there was that time that Minna was a baby, and we lived in Pennsylvania in our first apartment with me and Mr. Coffee, and she was talking to somebody, and she kept talking to this person for like months. And at first we were like, who the hell is she talking to over there in the laundry? She would always go to the laundry room area and talk to this person. And then she's like, hey, Big Ma says, hey. What? I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. And she goes, hey, girl, Big Ma says, hey. And I was like, Excuse me? For those of y'all who don't know, my mother, my stepmother's mother, we called her Big Ma. Big Ma, for some reason, could never get my name correct. So she would call me Hey Girl. Like legit, Hey Girl. And when she got mad at me, she would yell it at me like, excuse me, hey girl, come here. Nobody really knew that because that was from my childhood, and I don't speak of my Big Ma very often because she passed away when I was like, I don't know, 7. And I never spoke to her, to any of my children, or even my husband at that point. And so when she said, Big Ma said, hey, at first I was like, what the hell is she talking about? And then she was like, hey girl, and I was like, oh snap. That's the other thing. Like, other than that, I haven't really had any experiences, and I'm okay with that. And if somebody says the thing up in the attic, I'm going to scream. I'm going to scream. So thank you so much, Mary, for your question. Darlene says, hey, Miss Coffee. Hey, what is the best place in the U.S. to get a custom diamond painting? One is to get a diamond painting quickly. I don't know. I don't know of any places in the U.S. that print diamond painting customs. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to chime in with the Dreamer Designs, but I wouldn't do a Dreamer Designs custom. Crafty's outsources, so you're getting it from China. You're not getting it from the U.S. Diamond Art Club does not do customs anymore. Don't know why. Craftably does not do custom. Most of the U.S. places don't do customs that I know of. I'm pretty sure if there is one, somebody can link it or comment in the description or the comment of this video. But I don't know of any companies in the U.S. that do custom diamond paintings. So there's that. So sorry I couldn't answer your question, but thank you so much for asking the question. The next one comes to us from Elizabeth. Hey, Miss Coffee. Hey. I love your videos, and I have only ever seen one video of you kitting up a diamond painting. I have 2 or 3, actually. I was wondering if you do more kitting up videos. Probably not. As that's something I quite enjoy. I always have your videos playing in the background while I'm either kitting up / kitting down or while diamond paint myself. I'm just curious if you'd be interested in making those types of videos. Thank you for your videos. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I really appreciate that, and I'm glad that you enjoy the kitting up videos. The reason I say no, 1, because I hate kitting up. It's not something that I enjoy at all. 2, kitting up is something that I usually do behind the scenes because I don't just sit here and kit up. I usually am kitting up and doing 100 things at once. 3, I don't typically like to kit up. And by that, I mean, I try to buy kits that I know are going to come in baggies so I don't have to kit up. I like to use baggies right now. I used to use the Harbor Freight, and then I was like, I don't like it anymore. And now I use baggies. So literally, I'm just putting stuff into baggies, which seems pretty boring. And to do a whip and chat and then to do another video of me kitting up a diamond painting where I'd rather be working on something, because talking and trying to kit up is hard, because if I miss a color, and if with being colorblind, if I don't pay attention to what I'm doing, of course I will mix up my colors and not realize it. So I have a couple of kitting up videos on the channel. Where Fun Never Ends was kitted up. There was another couple of videos. I know I think I kitted up one of the customs that I did of the kids. But there's a couple of kitting up videos on the channel. I just don't do them because I have to concentrate fully, because with being colorblind, I will and have mixed up my colors trying to talk and kit up at the same time. So I don't typically do those types of videos. Plus, I don't diamond paint as much anymore, so I'm not getting through kits as quickly as I used to. So, yeah, there's that. So thank you so much, Elizabeth, for your question. The next one comes to us from Stephanie. Stephanie says, hi, Miss Coffee. How are you? I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well, too. We are dealing with like 100-degree weather plus humidity. My question is, have you ever bullet journaled? I have no clue what that is, so I'm going to say no. And if you have, how did you like it? I've never done it. If you, and my other question is, have your children ever been bullied for being different, and how did you handle it? I'm trying to figure it out as for my autistic ADHD child. Thank you. Now, I had to get her to define different because I don't know what she means, because all children are still children. Even if they have anything going on, they're still children. So I was like, different, do you mean because they're mixed? Because I legit had no clue what she meant by different. And she said, no, something like disabilities. Now, my children don't have disabilities. Technically, Maggie does. But Maggie is a kid that don't give 2 flying flip-flops what anybody has to say. She gets that honestly from her mother. Also, my kids have never, well, okay, no, I can't say that my kids have ever had to deal with bullying. Mostly because my kids, like me, are quick to clap back at people. And if they can't, if anything I've given my children that I'm proud of is the fact that they have a backbone, they will stand up for themselves, and they will not put up with people's garbage. I have not had children bully my kids. There was one girl, I guess, that made a comment to Orion that he was an idiot because he got vaccinated. And he was like, you're more of an idiot than me because at least I'm safe from dying from it. Meanwhile, if you get it, you could die. And shortly after that, the little girl ended up spending 2 months in the hospital with the panini. And he's like, who's stupid now? So other than that, like, I haven't dealt with any bullying. Maggie's usually like a social butterfly. She loves everyone. Everyone loves her. She's willing to play with anybody. She doesn't care if you have a disability or not. They're playing. Like, Maggie has played with the little kid, and there's a little kid in special needs that has cerebral palsy, and she plays tic-tac-toe with him all the time. Or she did when she was in school. So my kids, they don't see anybody else's kids as different. And even with Maggie's learning disability, they don't make fun of her. They don't pick at her that I know of. If anything, I've gone to the school to do checkups because our schools allow us to go in, and you can go to the office and let them know you're just doing a checkup, and they'll walk you to your child's class, let you look in the window, and then you have to leave. They're not going to let you like go sit in the classroom or anything. But I've done checkups on Maggie, and if she can't get something, her friends are more than happy to help her, even if they're new kids or whatnot. Like, kids are more than happy to help. There are some butthole kids here, so don't get me wrong. It's not like, there aren't butthole kids here, but the kids that my children choose to surround themselves with are usually pretty decent kids, and they don't bully them or anything like that. The closest thing to a bully that Maggie's had was the little window friend person, and she pretty much just stopped talking to her. And then she moved away. Like, window friend moved away. So there was that. So thank you so much, Stephanie. I honestly, I don't have an answer for you for that, just because my kids don't typically get bullied, because my kids are quick to clap back at people because they ain't taking no junk. So I don't know. The best thing I can do is give you the generic, ignore it. Don't give the fuel fire. Don't acknowledge it. Act like it's not, whatever. Like, if the school isn't doing anything, because we all know the biggest lie that schools tell is that they don't allow bullying. But honestly, I would not know what to do in that situation, because I haven't been presented with that situation. So I wouldn't even know how to begin to help you. So I'm really sorry about that, Stephanie. I'm sorry to hear that your child's going through that, and that, I don't have an answer for you, because I honestly really don't. So, again, if you hear that noise, it's the Ring doorbell. Maggie keeps walking back and forth. So thank you so much, Stephanie, for your question. The next question comes to us from Kelly. She says, hi, Miss Coffee. Do your kids show an interest in doing crochet at all? No. Also, has Orion completed a diamond painting before? No. My kids don't care about crafting. My kids care about going outside and video games, like normal children. They see me do it. They're not at all interested. They're interested if I'm doing it on camera. Any other time, no, they don't give two flying craps about diamond painting. Every once in a while, Orion will be like, can I have a diamond painting? Not can he have one to do it? I do it for him, and then he take it away from me? Other than that, no, my kids give two flying craps about crocheting, diamond painting, art, anything. Well, I can't say art. Art is one thing that everybody in the house enjoys. So they like that. But other than that, no, they don't care about diamond painting. They like seeing the finished product. That's about it. They're kids. So thank you so much, Kelly, for your question. The next question comes to us from Emma. Emma says, hello, Miss Coffee. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Hope you're doing well, Emma. My question is, did you used to do something that okay, this is going to be a hard one. Did you used to do something that you don't now and would like to do again? No. And screaming outside is Maggie. She's fine. No. I don't know. Or similarly, or something, or is there anything that you would like to be great to do but is way out of your comfort zone to do? No. What do you mean? No. If I want to do something, I'm just going to do it. I don't care. Like, art is one of those things, as I can give an example for. I was super out of my comfort zone with art. I still am. The fact that I've gotten comfortable enough to show it on Twitch is a big step for me. But when it comes to, like, getting the heart up to do things, I just do them. I don't worry about, like, what people have to say about it or whatnot. And usually me being comfortable has nothing to do with other people. Sorry, it's Maggie. It doesn't have anything to do with other people or anything like that. It has to do with myself and how I view it. So no, if I want to do something, I'm just going to do it. Like, I've done that with my Scentsy stuff. I've done that with my art. I've done that with starting YouTube. I've done that with pretty much anything in life. If I want to do it, I just do it. What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work. Okay, well then at least I tried it. That's kind of my motto. If art doesn't work out for me, which I'm not even sure what I want to do with my art. I just like doing it. But if it doesn't work out, then at least I can say I tried. So thank you so much, Emma, for your question. The next question comes to us from Jeanette. It's not even a question. It's just a comment. And she says, I love it. Thank you. The last question comes to us from Laura. She says, hi, Miss Coffee. Hope everyone is doing good. We are. Hope you're doing well as well. My question is, if you had 5 minutes with anyone from history, who would you choose and what would you ask? Didn't I get a question like this from you, like, in number 11? I swear I did. Maybe it was another Laura. 5 minutes isn't really a lot of time to ask anything. Colonel Sanders, and I'd ask him what the 11 herbs and spices are. Now, I can find that out just Googling it, but who doesn't want to meet Colonel Sanders? I'm just joking. I don't know, because 5 minutes isn't enough time to get a question that I would have answered. So I'm just going to pass on that, because it just irritate me that I wouldn't get a complete answer. So thank you to everyone who submitted a question for this week's Q&A. I really, really appreciate it. Please be on the lookout for the next Q&A for number 13. I will find a picture and put up. I'm not exactly sure of what I'm going to put up. But I will put up a picture of something and it'll say Q&A question number, whatever here. So, yes. So thank you so much to everyone who submitted a question this week. I really appreciate it. So for next week, or for Q&A number 13, we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to, we are going to do something a little bit different. You can still ask questions, but I would like for you, the viewer, to tell me one good thing that happened in your life that week. So next week, tell me one good thing that's happened in your life that you are excited about. And then you can ask a question if you would like. If you don't want to ask a question, you just want to tell us one good thing that's happened to you, let's hear it. You guys hear about me and the family all the time, and I would like to, give somebody else their flowers. I would like for somebody else to feel good. So if there's something that you're super excited about, whether it be starting a small business or just getting your baby to sleep long enough for you to do more than 30 minutes of a diamond painting or crafting, let me know down in the comment section below. But with that said, or not in the comment section, I'm sorry, for the Q&A number 13, look for those posts in the community tab of YouTube, and then in the Facebook group, it'll be pinned to the top. So with that said, I must now bid you adieu. But not about reminding you that it's hard out here in these crafty streets. Please stay safe, wear your mask, wash your hands, don't touch your face in public, that's gross. Keep your 6 feet, and always try to remember to stay caffeinated, stay crafty, stay safe, and be kind to others, because you never know what they're going through. Be courteous because it's the right thing to do, and always stay cool. Bye guys!